Hi, my loves. My name is Pia. I'm an astrologer and manifestation coach. Welcome to my channel. I am here today for another video on the new moon in Cancer. I'm also going to do a tarot reading, but before I'm starting, I'm just like telling you a little bit about Cancer energy and what it's meant to do. So, with the new moon in Cancer, we have an emotional reset. When we're talking about Gemini energy, the sign before Cancer, we have that reset on a very mental level. There's a new mindset shift. With Cancer, it's more on an emotional level. Cancer is a crab. Cancer is about home. It's about safety. It's about, our inner world. And when we have a new moon Cancer, there's something that wants to, be seen within our emotional infrastructure. So when there is a new beginning in our emotional infrastructure, there also has to be a release of some sort. And it's interesting because before I started this video, I was doing my nails, and then I was like actually trying to shuffle immediately and getting, some messages for this new moon. And I realized that the paint is not dry yet, and I actually have to pause. And then I was like, oh, I think that might be the message for this new moon. There is a divine pause or something that wants us to slow down at the moment. And it might be a little bit frustrating, but it's very much here to help us to realign. Some of the cards that I pulled for this new moon are about really, checking in with yourself and taking this moment of stillness as a chance to really dive deep into what's going on right now. Because as you see, I pulled the four of emotions for this new moon in Cancer. And you can see she's like sitting above all of this water. And water in astrology is emotion. So what I'm feeling with looking at this card is that we are currently sitting on all of those emotions. Some of us more than others. Some of us have more like suppressed stuff they need to work through. But what I'm feeling right now is that we are like faced with the things that we have suppressed the last months. And this is not to say that you have done something wrong. This is just a normal process. Things like emotions get stuffed down sometimes because of the way the world works. And also new moons in Cancer especially are here to just like allow us to take a pause and like revisit old things that we have been not dealing with. So for this new moon in Cancer, I feel like for a lot of us, or for all of us, it's like this very, very important it's like this very important moment where we actually get the chance to really look what's underneath the glass. Can you see how she's sitting here on it? And she's looking at the water and she's like a little bit overwhelmed. And in the water, there's light. So, what I'm feeling with this is that through this emotional process, through like really revisiting all the emotions or just allowing ourselves to feel some things that we haven't felt before. And this doesn't have to mean that you need to like have a big, emotional release practice or session, but just allowing yourself to pause and feel what's going on within you. Feel what wants to be there. And I feel like the more we are doing that and the more we are allowing those pauses, the more we actually find the light within them. Um, and it's almost like the universe wants us to really revisit those old emotions, because if we are like building up those emotions, if the water gets too high, we are not able to see what's actually truly for us. We're not able to see what's actually truly aligned with us because we are like functioning on old waters. We are functioning on old stuff that actually is not working anymore, that actually is not bringing us towards our bigger vision. And if we are not doing the cleaning, we are just not able to really see the path to our vision clearly. So that's why it is so important to take a pause at the moment, to take it slow at the moment, and to just really, really go into this emotional release. And again, it doesn't have to be like a long session with your therapist. It doesn't have to be like this dramatic, like, I don't know, shamanic healing ceremony. It just can be you being, pausing, like it just can be you like taking yourself for a walk, allowing yourself to be in the present moment, not thinking about all the things you need to do, but just like allowing yourself to rest or taking a nap. All of these things are going to help the body to release the emotions, because what I'm feeling is the universe will anyways help us to release those old emotions. But what we need to do is to make space for it. We don't have to actively help with releasing those emotions, other than giving them space, or other than like making something, taking a break and actually letting our body do what it wants to do, what it needs to do. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. So what I'm feeling is that there's a lot of like, because of these like old emotions being suppressed, there's a lot of confusion at the moment. There's a lot of like not knowing what to do, where to go, and know that also this is okay. And with the new moon, it becomes lighter. This energy becomes lighter, and there's going to be a more clear path for you. Ready? But again, take the opportunity of this new moon to really release. And then you are going to understand the workings of the universe. Because what I'm feeling right now with the Eight of Materials is that the universe is kind of like pulling the strings for us in the background. And what we have to do basically is to just allow the energy to unfold, allow what wants to come up right now to come up, in order for the things that we actually, release to be released, and new ideas can then actually land, or new ways of being can then actually feel more safe for our system, if we actually allow this like cleansing period, if you're actually allowing this, cleansing period. It is what it is. For a lot of us, this is actually about really stepping into a new time in our lives where we actually feel like we are truly aligned with the things that we actually want. So I feel like for a lot of you in the past, you might have gone after certain dreams or certain scenarios that weren't actually aligned with your spirit. In the past, you have maybe, gone for a relationship or gone for a job that wasn't actually aligned with you, because of avoiding certain vulnerabilities, let's say. So, okay, I can give you some examples. Maybe in the past you have gone with the partner that was safe for you. because you knew that you didn't have to give it your full, and the person would still, be there. You didn't have to be vulnerable in the situation, and the person would still like be there. Or you have gone for the job because it felt safe, because it was financially safe, but it wasn't really truly giving you what you wanted. It was not really truly fulfilling to you. And I feel like right now you are actually already understanding that this is not the way you want to live anymore. You are already understanding that this is not what you want to continue to do anymore. And you might already have taken action towards a new path. But still, there are still some old emotions, some old situations, childhood memories, past relationship hurts. I don't know, whatever stuff is still there that is holding you back from truly committing and truly pursuing to this new path that you actually want to be on. And you already decided on this new path. The new path is already yours, but the universe is now like kind of stopping you a little bit because it wants you to really fully release everything that is not aligned with this new path that you are on, so that it doesn't backlash in the future. I hope you know what I want to say with that. But this sacred pause is something that is very divinely guided. It's nothing that you can do a lot about or need to do a lot around, other than giving it space to really unfold. And everything is going to be more aligned and more beautiful after this sacred pause, after this like little bit of a break. It's almost like you are sitting in the car, and you are like excited about this new path, and you are already on this new path, but the universe is like putting a little bit of a break in there so that you are not going too fast and getting a backlash in the future. It's just allowing you to take it slow so that you are actually more grounded in this new path, and that you are actually able to lay deeper foundations for this new path, so that you can actually reap the benefits of the reward, or reap the reward of the work. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's the message. I'm going to check if there's something else that we need to know. So yeah, a lot of you might be worrying, like I put the Nine of Swords. Maybe a lot of you are worrying about this path not unfolding the way you want, or like as I said, with this break now, there could be some disappointment at this and in this moment, or like I feel actually like some of you are maybe also a little bit frustrated with like all the emotions coming up that you might have felt like you have already let go of. But it's all here to help you release in order to actually build better foundations for this future path. You don't want to like go with a car that is actually not able to I'm seeing the universe now filling up your tank, and for that you need to be in the gas station for a bit. That's actually a really cool picture. So you need to be in the gas station and it's not a long pause. I just want to make that very clear. It's not a long pause. but it's a very, very important and sacred pause. Okay, let me get some more of this. Yeah, just confirmation. I got the three of materials, which is like about like working together, building something. So what's happening right now is that new path is going to be built for you, and it even seems like a path, even looks like a path, right? And the universe is like preparing all this beautiful path for you, but you need to stay a little bit longer patient in order to really step on it, and go at the pace you actually want to go. I feel like what this sacred pause or this emotional reset is also doing, it is actually enabling you to have better communication. It is kind of like, oh, I hear it's clearing out the distortions. Yeah. Oh, that's actually a beautiful message. Makes me emotional. I think it's actually clearing out the distortions. What this means is that you maybe, because of this these suppressed emotions, you might say some things in a certain way, or you might like hide information or like add information sometimes because you are actually avoiding feeling something. And because you are avoiding feeling something, you are like, your communication is not the way of you communicating is not at its 100%. And for this new path, you need a clear communication. You need uh you need to express yourself in a very truthful and vulnerable way. And the suppressed emotions would keep you from expressing yourself that way, and that would actually sabotage the path. So what's going on right now is that not only there is an emotional reset happening, but also your throat chakra is cleared, your communication is improving, and it's allowing you to actually be more truthful, more vulnerable, and more aligned in your communication, so that the action and the communication or the things that you are expressing towards other people are in alignment with where you want to go. So this, emotional release, break, pause is actually very, very powerful. And it allows you to step onto this new path in a more grounded and a more stable and in a more truthful way. So know that everything is unfolding at the right time. You are right on track, even if you feel like a little bit chaotic at the moment, even if your inner world is a little bit like out of balance at the moment, know that this is for your best, and that this process really needs to happen in order to align you with the path you're actually meant to walk down or walk on. I hope that was helpful, guys. I think that's it. I think that's the message. I think that's the message. Let me get one shuffle. Is there something else, Spirit? Yeah, there's something else. Ace of Materials. Okay, for some of you, this might be oh, okay. So what I'm getting now is that especially with it also actually very much fits with this new moon, because Cancer sometimes is defending itself. Cancer wants to protect itself because there is a lot of emotion going on. And, you know, if we have a lot of Cancer energy, we might we are very sensitive, you know, and sometimes that sensitivity can come across as weak, or especially I feel like men who have a lot of Cancer energy have, and also women actually, have like really thought that their sensitivity, their vulnerability is weakness. But I feel like a lot of us are actually like like understanding that that's actually not the case, that sensitivity is about power, vulnerability is power. And I feel like because of that new understanding, I feel like that is very much about this message now is very collective. I feel like a lot of us have understood that our own sensitivity, our own vulnerabilities, power are now actually stepping out of their shell. Because if you have felt like your sensitivity is weakness, then you might hide that. So you might hide parts of yourself. You might not want the world to see it because you think it's weak. But now that we have reclaimed those parts, or we are reclaiming those parts, we are actually able to express ourselves more fully, like really showing ourselves with all of our sides. And I feel like a lot of you are actually right now stepping out of their own shell. You are like letting go of that protection. You're letting go of this shell that has kept you safe but not fulfilled. And you understand now the only way to actually experience fulfillment, the only way to actually experience true love is by you letting go of your own shell, and by you letting behind this defensive, this protection, this defense mechanism that you have put around you in order to stay safe. Yeah, very beautiful. I think that's it for now, guys. I think that was already a lot to integrate. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel. Please let me also know in the comments if you watched until the end. You can just put a little shell in the comments if you watched until the end. And oh, by the way, I'm also like giving one-on-one sessions. If you like my videos, if you really enjoy this kind of content and you always wanted to book something that is more personal to you, then I have also services. I am offering like 30-minute sessions, 60-minute session, and 15-minute voice notes. All of the information around this is down below in the description box. So if you are feeling called to actually reach out to me, then do so. And without further ado, I'm wrapping up this video, and then I see you in my next one. Bye, loves.